Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Handsome men intimidate some women, right? And I think I've talked about this on other occasions, maybe as a part of other videos or podcasts. But through the generous donation of one of my most loyal backers, I'm going to do it and make he made a specific request about this, right? You know what? I'm going to tell you what. Now, I know there's people out there who think if you like some drop-dead handsome dude, you'll get women, right? Or the women will fall all over you. I'll put it like this. It don't hurt, but it don't always help either, right? Now, when I say that, like very handsome, like, you know, what a woman, if they use that 1 to 10 scale, they probably say that dude's a 9 or a 10, right? You know, they'll say that. You know, it'll be one of those dudes that women, they'll see him, they'll just stare at him, right? Now, in the wisdom of some dudes, which ain't wisdom, because they usually, when dudes think that, like, if some other dude's getting it like that, usually they don't really know that dude. They're making an assumption, all right? And the reason I say that is when some women are intimidated by a guy if he looked too good, especially if he looked better than them. Understand something with women. They vain. Women by nature want attention. A woman can have an orgasm off of attention. In fact, y'all, that's my Patreon stuff if y'all want to get into that. Seriously. Very few women want to be around a guy who looks better than they do. The only time you might get an exception with that is if some homely woman get a real handsome guy to kind of validate her. Like she's saying to everybody, I can get a handsome guy. But I know none of y'all listening here want a homely woman, so y'all shouldn't worry about what she wants. But most women, though, they want a decent looking guy, a good looking guy, provided that good looking guy don't look better than them. So what happens when you get those very handsome dudes, extremely handsome dudes and stuff, right? Those ones women would rate a 9 or a 10. A lot of women don't want to deal with that guy. They'll say he too pretty. And some women know it. They'll say he too pretty, or he intimidate, or he look like a player, right? He look like a player or something. They don't want to deal with him, or they real nervous. It's basically that guy, if he even interested in that woman, he'd have to he would have to make her real comfortable, or they be in a position where she can get to know him, like a job or some social circle where she can get to know him, talk to him, then she can get comfortable. But in general, she might see him and think he fine. But then if that dude walk up and say, even if he walk up and say hi, she might be, and I've actually seen that. I've seen some very attractive women. They'd be like, look at that. They'll tell me. They'd be like, look at that guy over there. He is gorgeous. And I'd be like, I ain't feeling him, huh? That's you. I don't have a vagina. But they be going crazy. Like, but at the same time, I'll be like, yeah, go over there and talk to him, or go flash bat your eyes or something. Give him something to talk to you about, right? You want me to go tell him that you want to? No, don't do that. They be getting nervous. And you know what? I was thinking about that. It'd be surprising. It could be like one of these bold women. I've known women who were straight up hoes get intimidated by some dude that looked just that good to them, right? And let me give y'all some game. And this is some game I give privately, right? Because like I said, you get a lot of cats out here who think, if you look like some drop-dead, gorgeous fashion model, you get all the women, you got a harem. Nah, usually dudes who look that good, usually they'll get a very attractive woman, or if they're not that bright socially, they get some homely woman or something, wondering why they with her. I've actually seen that happen too. Women don't even look matched or something, but the woman, she get that validation and she finds something to hook on that guy. She usually gets somebody who just ain't aware of his own looks or something, right? But in the grand scheme of things, that's why I've always said the guys who really get the most play from women, if you want to go with just that looks thing, it's going to be the guy who may be slightly above average, average to slightly above average. You know, some ugly dudes will get some play out there, but they working for it. But the type that women go to crazy is over just a slightly above average, or at least good enough that they can walk in public with them and people are like, okay, like generically handsome dudes or something, right? You know, especially if they ain't, you know, average themselves. Just maybe if the woman is a 7, she'll go for that 6. Or if the woman's a 9, she'll go for an 8, just as long as she's slightly better looking, right? So that's why I say the guys who get the most play, they usually facially, like, all right looking, maybe a little bit above average, but usually have good body, style, and everything else. Because I'm telling y'all, women real funny about that. So when they see that, you know, when they do see that guy, even if they think he attractive, y'all think, nah, the woman ain't going to go up to him. Women are risk averse. Women are risk averse. It take a lot for that woman to move that woman to talk. And it's usually never just a facial thing anyway. It's usually that guy got some swag, style, something that opened up. Like, she might come up and say, hey, nice shoes. Like, I've always told a story when a woman liked my Guinyami symbol on me, and so she was talking to me, asking about it and stuff. But she had an opening, right? So, but the intimidation factor, it's an interesting thing because a lot of guys can't understand because they ain't there. But it is, though. It exists. And like I said, guys like that usually aren't players. In fact, usually, I'm going to tell you what, guys like that, they get looks and everything. Usually guys like that, the type who end up getting like a real fine woman, like close to him in looks, even if he's slightly better, or, you know, close to him equal, or, you know, like if dude is considered a 9, he might be the one to actually get that dime. Like that true dime or something. And, you know, you look at the couple and say, oh, man, beautiful family. Look like they make great kids or something. Right? But usually the guy, and guys like that, too, if a woman can get one, usually inclined not to be players even though they look otherwise. Because there's just something with developing game. I don't know if I'll get into it. I might do a video or pay video. There's a certain dynamic that people are going to seek out game. So, but if somebody has those type of looks, drop dead handsome, that women go crazy over, honestly, a lot of times they ain't inclined to develop game because they ain't really need it. They already got a natural bait where women at least going to look at them. Now, closing a deal and being in an actual relationship, different. Like I said, women, they're going to be intimidated. Understand something. A lot of dudes put these women out here and think, oh, yeah, they can just get dick. Well, pussy too, really. Like, there's a lot of undercover lesbians out there, y'all. A lot of that's a whole other conversation. But you know, people be thinking the women just got, nah, not really. You know, it don't work that way. Women ain't trying to stroke even though women want sex, they ain't trying to stroke every single guy. They ain't like men. They got, hey, if y'all need to listen to what I'm saying about select, non-select. You put a woman in a room with 20 guys, she's only seeing 5 of them. 5 of them registering. And like if you ask her afterwards and you say how many men were there, she'll count those 5 that she's actually paying attention to, ignore the other 15. All right. But, you know, yeah, the intimidation factors there, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Ultimately, a man, if you that type of man who women find extremely handsome and all that, don't really trip over it. One good thing, it keeps you out of a lot of trouble. But then if if you got that woman who's really feeling you, ain't acting like she's scared of you, trying to deal with your essence, you know you got a real one right there. That's why some guys like in that position, they actually do better off. Because they don't get the high count, they don't get no count, but trust me, past a certain number, that count's irrelevant in my opinion, right? Past a certain number. But what they do have is, you know, they'll get a real one. So, but whatever the case, some handsome men do intimidate some women. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.